Hello everyone, it's me ShortNature here, back with a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about the Solstice of Heroes 2019 event that's going to be running through July 30th all the way up to August 27th. This is a really good event for all the Guardians to really enjoy, to have the first annual event released last year, last summer, and it was a really great event, and actually people really enjoyed this event. So this is the second annual of this event, and we're really looking forward to the summertime holiday to get these wonderful armor sets that people are going to be getting. Now, I came across an article on Polygon, and I will leave the source article in the description down below, detailing saying that Destiny 2 new Solstice of Heroes event let players earn Armor 2.0 early. So I'm not too sure if you were able to get the Armor Earn 2.0 early, but I read through the Bungie article earlier today. They're stating that when Shadowkeep is released, you will get access to the Armor 2.0 in the Gunsmith materials. Well, not Gunsmith materials, but in the Gunsmith inventory. You would go to the Gunsmith and you will get the Armor 2.0. That's what I read through the article. Maybe I read it wrong. If I read it wrong, I completely understand, but this is what Polygon said, that you would get the 2.0 early. Because if you guys did the first annual of this event, the armor set for Forsaken was useless. Yes, throughout the cutscenes you were able to showcase the armor, and it did kind of help you out through the process, but once the power level started dropping and the perks was a little bit better and the perk mods and everything was introduced in Forsaken, yeah, the Solstice of Heroes armor set was just pretty much useless. But if I'm not mistaken, that's what was Bungie's is going to be going for into 2.0 armor, that the Solstice of Heroes will get and affected for that update too, because actually people really enjoy this armor. So hopefully we'll see this armor a little bit more useless and more use in Shadowkeep, so thank God for that. Then of course the European zone will have a new little activity, something like how it was with the Essence of Dawning. It's gonna be called the European Aerial Zone. You will fight some bosses in those areas, and of course there's gonna be time limit involved, and of course a lot of mini bosses involved too, so keep that in mind. Make sure after picking up 30 Elemental Orbs, players will earn a new buff based on the element rotation that day. So Solar Guardians burn nearby enemies. Void crouching turns guardians invisible. Grant them from Truesight and increase ability regeneration. Arc is increased guardian movement speed, melee damage, including swords. Now, to keep this in mind, this buff expires when player dies or after a short period of time. They be active in all activities except for the competitive Crucible and Gambit Prime. Those two activities, those buffs would not be available for you, so keep that in mind. I know Gambit Prime is a little bit more competitive, and the competitive Crucible is a little bit more competitive. That's 4 players, and that won't be fair for those buffs to use in those two activities. But all the rest of the activities that they not mention in this part of the article can be used with this buff, so that's a good thing. Solstice of Heroes of 2019 also offers a new activity for players. The European Aerial Zone is a made match activity where 3 players can battle Hive, Cabal, or falling foes. Players will hunt mini bosses throughout the new space, killing as many as they can in the time limit. When the time expires, players will take on the final boss. So it's kind of remind me of the Essence of Dawning, where you go in, and that was a really fun activity, kind of match made. If you have 3 players, that's really good. If it's a match made where you go solo quarry, it might take a little bit longer to get matched, but of course it will take time for players to kind of get matched in those areas. But everybody's going to be doing this event on July 30th to get those armor sets, so of course the match made might be a little bit more better for you in that aspect. When all the bosses are dead, players can explore the European Aerial Zone in search of treasure. The more mini bosses defeated, the more chests laying in the wait. The chests contain Solstice package, which offer rare and legendary armor, enhancement cores, and planetary materials. Enhancement cores are planetary materials, or your key thing that you need to stock up on for the Shadowkeep when they release on September 17th. So make sure you stock all those materials if you want to upgrade your armor or get used to the Armor 2.0 set, and of course the mod, and of course the artifacts are coming back for Shadowkeep's DLC. So anything that is useful for you, make sure that you stock up on those materials very fast and quickly. But to open the chest, players will need a Solstice key fragment from completing other activities in Destiny 2, so keep that in mind. While players can enhance their ability and perform in the European aerial zone, Solstice Heroes are all about upgrading their Solstice armor set. Like last year, players need to upgrade their set from Drain to Renewed to Majestic. Players are willing to spend the time and can masterwork their armor as well. So if you want that masterwork set, you're willing to do that. I will have a complete guide of all the things you need to do to kind of upgrade your armor from Drain to Renewed to Majestic. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, make sure you stay tuned for that. And then, of course, it says something about with Armor 2.0 refreshing coming to Shadowkeep in a few months, Bungie thought ahead. In order to make the grind worthy, the 2019 Majestic Armor set will be the first Armor 2.0 set in Destiny 2. If players can earn the Majestic set during the Solstice of Heroes, they can go to the Gunsmith, pick up a new and improved set from Bungie from when Bungie launches Shadowkeep on September 17th. So keep that in mind. If you want this grind and Bungie's like, look, this grind is worth it, we will ultimately give you the 2.0 armor set in Destiny 2. So keep that in mind. You will get the first chance to kind of see how the armor set is going to how the armor set is going to be like in Destiny 2. And of course, they said that players who fully upgrade their Solstice armor on all three classes can pick up a new sparrow called the E434 Void Shriek. So you'll be able to pick up this nice new ride so you can, spin through on the moon when Shadowkeep released on September 17th. And of course, it's a grind. So it's a grind. I'm letting you guys know right now. I did it last year. It is a grind. If you have a group of friends and a group of players that you play with, you will ultimately, will come easy for you. But if you're solo quarry, it will take time for you to do. And I'm telling you right now, getting this armor set is a grind. And trust me, this armor set is worth it because you will get an early access of the Armor 2.0 set in Destiny 2. So keep that in mind. It's a really good grind. And of course, during this time, Everest will have her new stocks of cosmetics like sparrows, of course, ghosts and new emotes. So, just keep that in mind that we will have new inventory slot. And of course, this new sparrow that look like a personal watercraft that look like a jet ski. So just keep that in mind. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. With Solstice of the Heroes, players can earn their final 2 moments of triumph from 2019. The studio will open to Gambit for all players for this event. So of course, Gambit is going to be involved throughout this event. So they will make sure that all the players will have access to Gambit. And look, guys, Destiny is going to be going into free to play in the very coming months of soon because they want new players and they want people to experience Destiny 2. Of course, calling it Destiny 2's New Light. So just keep that in mind. New things are going to be coming ahead for the future very soon. Just keeping in mind, Shadowkeep is right around the corner and we're very soon to there. Gaming season usually starts around August when Madden 20 or Madden or NBA 2K tends to release their games. That is when gaming season is officially among us. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions about Solstice of Heroes 2019, I will be live streaming on Monday and Tuesday of next week, and of course the whole week. And of course, I'm surprised that my job gives me Saturday off, so I will be definitely streaming on the weekends too. And in the meantime, like I said, comment down below any questions, any concerns, leave a like on the video, and I will catch you guys in my next post.